Hello and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming Retro Walkthroughs. This Final Fantasy V Pixel Remastered video is the 13th part of the 100% walkthrough. This video series will cover everything you need to do in the game to get every achievement or trophy. We will be discovering that both worlds have now merged into one world, and we can visit old locations and new ones we have not discovered. We will be getting a new quest focused on gathering tablets to access 12 sealed weapons, and the first dungeon and tablet we will be tackling. We will be doing it with 3 out of the 4 party members. First things first, head up to the Castle Tycoon for some cutscenes. Then head down to the bottom right door and speak to Krill, then exit the castle. Head down and to the left. Just like the very start of the game, you're heading to the pirates' hideout. At the cave entrance, you'll get Bucko. Then the next stop is a small area and cutscene to the left of Tull. Go back to Castle Tycoon and head up and to the left. All the locations will be on your map. And then when you get to Tull, to the left you'll see a little rock formation. Enter here and you will have to face a boss. The boss, Antlion, made its debut in Final Fantasy II and last appeared in Final Fantasy IV. It's a strong physical attacker and uses Discord to half the party's level. It's weak to water, so you can use water scrolls from a ninja and put it to sleep as well. Darkness and Old work as well. After the battle, just keep going towards the rope until you're rescued by Faris and she joins your party. Head down and enter Guido's cave, and he will explain your next goal. After the cutscene, you will be in the Library of Ancients. Head on up and speak to the scholar on the right to learn the bard song Manas Pian. When used in battle, it raises the party's magic power. Exit the library, and we've got a few things to do in the surrounding areas before we go into our next dungeon. First thing, there's a few new enemies to get. In the forest area, you can get pythons. They are weak to ice and level 3 flare, and uses entangle to paralyze party members. Another new enemy is the Elm Gigas, and it can be found in the grassland area. It uses Aroga, which you can learn if you haven't got it yet. You can use level 3 Flare, Instant Death, and Petrify to kill it. Another new enemy you can get in the grassland area is the Hedgehog. It uses a needle attack. If you haven't got 1,000 needles, blue mage spell, you can give it MP and then control it. Head up to the castle. We can now get the secret item that we couldn't get originally now that the wizard has moved. In the throne room, take the top left exit. Follow the linear path until you get to the libraries. It's all one exit until you get to the storage area and the top right crate as the hidden item needed, and then exit the castle. Head to the left of the library along the linear path through the mountains. Go through the guardian tree and out the other side. Enter the desert and you will discover that the sands are no longer moving. There are some new enemies in the desert. You can face desert pedes, they are weak against ice, and you can use aqua breath, and level 5 death are good to use as well. Head to the top left of the desert area and you will find a town to enter in. Around the town is some new enemies to face, and you can face all three at the same time. You have the spider type enemy, the Gloom Widow, weak against water and will slow down party members with its attack. Level 3 Flare works. You have the Slug, they are weak against fire, they also use slow, and level 3 Flare works. Then finally you have Mikkel, a magic user which again, level 3 Flare works, so it will take out the whole group. If you control Mikkel, she has several blue magic spells in case you missed any. Enter the town and go to the left hand side. Go around the house and into the forest. Use the thief's ability to see where to go. At the end is a wizard, which will give you a choice of weapons. If you have never run away from battle, choose the left box for a brave blade, which will be a powerful weapon. It will get less powerful the more you run away, and it won't be worth it. Or, you can choose the right box for the chicken blade, and it gets stronger every time you do run away. Either blade will count as a hidden item for this town. There is one more desert enemy to get, and that's the Bulle. Very easy and weak enemy to defeat, weak to ice and aqua breath. Enter the pyramid. This, I think, is the largest dungeon so far, with complex routes, 28 treasure chests to get, and new enemies to get. The first thing you have to do is defeat the gargoyles. They made their debut in the original Final Fantasy, and last appeared in Final Fantasy IV. And now you have to damage and defeat them at the same time. If you just defeat one, the other gargoyle will resurrect the fallen gargoyle, and you will find yourself in a loop. Level 3 flare works good, and you should only need to deploy it twice. Enter the pyramid. A new enemy you can face is the Lamia Queen. It made its debut in Final Fantasy II and last appeared in Final Fantasy IV. They have a rare drop of a good accessory for a dancer, they are weak against ice, petrify works good, and they are classed as an undead enemy with all the strength and weaknesses of the undead. Go past the door and head up the left hand side. On the 3 switches, press the first and the third switch. If you step on the spikes, you will get poisoned. And then head into the sands to get pushed to the floor below. Get the nearby chest, which will contain what a lot of these chests contain, 4 of the enemy called the Damned. They are weak against healing spells, and level 4 Graviga and level 2 Old works well. You can learn a blue mage spell called Doom. You will have to control one of them and give it an Ether, and then you can cast it to a learner. And the Doom spell, when cast, gives you 30 seconds before you get an instant death. In a few floors of this dungeon, snakes will be released. These enemies don't appear in random encounters, so you will want to battle with one before you finish the dungeon. It's an undead creature and weak to ice. The ice brand sword will defeat it instantly. They are very weak. They can use Entangle and Osmos. Head up to the top exit to get back to the previous floor. Another new enemy you can face is Ushabatis. They can do critical physical attacks. Gold needles can instantly defeat them, but use lightning against all, as they usually always come in 6s. Head around and go through the archway and up the following steps, then through the wall. Each wall has an invisible opening you can go through. Follow the linear path and then interact with the sarcophagus to face a new enemy. The Grand Mummy is an undead creature and weak to fire. It can put party members to sleep. Once defeated, go through the sarcophagus and get the chest. It contains a cursed ring, which is an accessory which will hinder you more than anything. It boosts your stats but casts doom on you. Good for quick battles. Exit back out and return to the first floor and go around to the start of the room. Press the button to stop the sand and then go through the door and up the stairs to the next floor. Continue through the room, press all the buttons, and go up the stairs to floor 3, and then head up and get the 3 chests. The first 2 chests will contain fights with the damned, and the last one you face, an enemy called Archosaur, a powerful enemy who attacks with poison breath and zombie breath, which can cause the zombie status to a party member. It's an undead creature and is weak to fire and earth. It does have the level 3 flare spell, but you have to control it and use the reflect trick like the red dragon, if you haven't got it already. The white robe you get from the chest is a very good armor for a mage. Make sure you have float and then head to the right hand side. Wait until the stairs appear and then head up. A new enemy that you can face is Ragiforms. These are weak to lightning and are easy to defeat, and like most enemies here, are undead. On the 4th floor you have another enemy that patrols and does not show up on random encounters. It's Mega Heads. It has a varied amount of attacks. It's weak against lightning and water. A spell blade with Thundergun will instantly defeat it. Head up to the top right hand side. You have 2 treasure chests to get and interact with the sarcophagus to access a 3rd, and you will face 3 mummies. These enemies appeared in the original Final Fantasy and last appeared in Final Fantasy III. They are weak against fire and healing, and a spell blade with Faraga can instantly defeat them. When there is just one, it can turn your party members into a zombie. You get a Thornlet, another item that will boost defense, but you will have sap and less stats on magic. Head to the bottom left and press the switch to put down the spikes and get the treasure chest. It is guarded by an archosaur. You get good armor for mages, then make your way to the sarcophagus. You can see it to the right of you. Defeat some mummies, go through it and access a save point. Head up to the 5th floor. Head up to the top left exit and grab the 2 chests in the small room. The left chest is guarded by the damned, and the right hand side is guarded by object d'art. And they are still very deadly, as they can quickly petrify your whole party. Use level 5 death. Exit the room. Another new enemy you can face is Zephyrus. She does not attack, instead summons random enemies to fight, then she will buff them and cure them. Do stop her from summoning. You can use Toad, Silence or Berserk. Head right and at the wall, head down into the corner and go into the wall for a secret path that branches into 2. The left path holds a treasure chest. Now on this floor, and only on this floor, is a one-time enemy, Sekhmet. Not a powerful enemy, no weaknesses or strength, just use your best attack. There is a rare steal of thief gloves. This chest is guarded by 3 steel fists, the last enemy to get in this dungeon. Another enemy with no strengths or weaknesses, so just use your best attacks and spells. Head to the bottom exit, head into the sand, and you get dropped to the previous floor, with a chest guarded by the damned. Then head back through the bottom exit. Press the button to shut the sand off, and then go through the door on the right, then press the left button only, and you will access the 4 chests. The first 2 chests contains fights with the damned. Exit the room, hit the second and third switch to exit through the stairs at the bottom right to access floor 7. Head through the steps in the middle to access floor 8. On floor 8, the floor will move and change its positioning of holes, that if you fall, you will have to come back here. Watch the pattern and always walk to the platforms that don't move in the cycle. Start to follow the left path to access the good head armor, the ribbon. The middle chest, you'll have to grab the chest when near and run back to safety, and then get the chest on the right hand side. Head through any gap to fall through. Get the nearby chest, head up through the door, and you will be in a secret passage. Head right for 2 chests, and then all the way left for another chest containing a fight with the damned. Head through the wall to the right and return to floor 9. Navigate the moving floor and head to the exit at the top right and get the 2 chests in the small room. The one on the right has a battle with the damned. And then return to floor 8 and navigate to the opposite side to get the other 2 chests. Again, the one on the right contains a fight against the damned. And this is the last chest to get. Check to see if you got all 28 chests. Head down and go up the stairs. Be careful and follow the stairs that zigzag and head up and get the first tablet. Then after the cutscene, head down and exit the pyramid. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, where there are more complete retro walkthroughs plus achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases. Thanks for watching.